What is up, Pats Nation? It is Patriots Global here with a video, and it looked like New England had dodged a bullet when offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels decided to stay in New England after the Packers head coaching job was taken. So then it really came down to the Patriots defensive coordinator Brian Flores, and was he going to find a job somewhere else or was he going to stay? Now, the only option that it really came down to be was going to be the Dolphins. And from what it was sounding like, the Dolphins were actually looking more towards Chris Richard, who is a coach for the Cowboys. And many reports have said that that was the guy who was front runner for the head coaching job. Now, all of a sudden, it switched up, and we are hearing that Brian Flores was actually the top running guy now. Many reports have been coming out that the Dolphins are now actually expected to hire Patriots defensive coordinator Brian Flores. And if you watched my video about Josh McDaniels and how the Patriots were expecting him to leave, you know that I said that Brian Flores was going to be more of an issue if he left than, say, someone like Josh McDaniels was, because the Patriots already had a route that they were going to go if McDaniels left, but they don't have any options as who they would go to for a defensive coach position. Now, my best guess on what they're going to do is more navigate on the outside. They're most likely not going to hire someone inside. Now, Brian Flores was the Patriots linebacker coach for many years, and then Matt Patricia left to be the Lions head coach, and that's when Bill Belichick brought in Brian Flores more as the head defensive coach. Now, it was never anything official, but Brian Flores was the guy that was doing the defensive play calls. So it wasn't official, but it was pretty much official. What sucks about this is the very great job that Flores was doing on the Patriots defense. I mean, this whole offseason, training camp, preseason, all you were hearing about was high praise for Brian Flores. Not just from NFL officials, not just from Bill Belichick, but even the players like Dante Hightower, Eldon Roberts. Just so many defensive guys saying how he was this push that they have needed this whole time, and he is a more aggressive approach than, say, someone like Matt Patricia was. And yes, our defense has had its up and downs this season, but we have definitely without a doubt seen a better change than, say, we did with Matt Patricia. Now, nothing is done, no deal is set, nothing is 100% official, but it is a move that is expected to happen. Now, if this does end up going the other way and say that the Dolphins ended up hiring someone else or Brian Flores decided to not be their head coach, I will make sure to leave an update in the comments below, and I'll make sure to pin it, but it's definitely looking like Brian Flores will not be coaching for the Patriots by next season. Now, with that being said, if Brian Flores does leave, how are the Patriots going to replace him? And a little bit earlier in this video, you heard me say how they're most likely going to look at someone outside of the facility, most likely not going to bring in another guy that's already on the coaching staff, most likely going to look towards someone again who is on the outside. And a name I really think that we need to keep an eye on is former defensive coordinator Greg Schiano. Now, he was the defensive coach for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but he decided that this season he wanted to take more of a step into the NFL and see the opportunities that he has. This is a name I'm telling you to watch because this is a guy that his name was actually brought up last season when Matt Patricia was leaving. This is a guy that has connections with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick just loves this guy. Belichick actually tried to recruit him to the Patriots defense and make him the defensive coordinator last season, but Greg Schiano was actually not ready. He decided that he wanted to stay the defensive coach for the Ohio State Buckeyes. But like I said, this season he decided to step away from Ohio State to pursue NFL coaching jobs. I have said this several times, but this Patriots defense is a very confusing thing and something you really can't just mess with, and it's something we have seen over the past few years. We saw Matt Patricia do some very good things, but also struggle with it a lot. You then had Brian Flores come in and create a better impact than, say, Matt Patricia did. So it's really going to have to be something that Bill Belichick looks very, very carefully in. But either way, I would not be surprised to see Bill Belichick taking a part as the Patriots defensive play caller next season. Like always though, I will update you guys whenever we hear about something, whether, Brian Flores does get signed by the Dolphins, whether he doesn't, who our next defensive coach could be if he does leave. But like always, make sure you guys subscribe so you know when that video comes out and turn on my post notifications. That's it for today's video though. Let me know your thoughts on Brian Flores most likely leaving the Patriots, and if there's any coach that you want to be our defensive coach in the comments below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps me out very, very, very much. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody who knows we can go to the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.